All right, I want to get started. So tonight I want to talk about um, desires and discipline. Um, you know, we have all these desires that we want, the things that we want to achieve, but one of the things that stops us is discipline, the lack of commitment. And I'm a Bible verse type teacher, so I teach business from biblical principles. And so one of the scriptures that I came from is it's Psalms 37, 4 and 5. And it's talking about delight yourself in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. And a lot of times what we do is we we get in our own way through looking at what other people are doing, and that controls our desires. We and God, what God is saying is delight yourself in me and I will give you the desires of your heart. And so a lot of times when we go into business, we're steady looking at other people, how they're doing things. And God says, I made you unique. I made you not like nobody else. So the way I'm going to give you is not like the way I'm going to give someone else. I'm going to give you different strategies. So a lot of times we got to get to that place where we understand where, like, what God is saying to us, not what he's saying to other people, so we can imitate what they're doing. And so the next verse says, commit your ways to the Lord, trust in him always, and he will do it. And if you get that last part, he said, he will do it. He will do it. And so it's not saying that he's going to make you work, but if he's going to be, he's obligated to perform if we commit our ways to his ways. And so when we have those desires, and those desires are, and one thing we got to do is we got to separate our wants from our desires. Our wants from our desires. And so, and one thing God, he said to me today, he said, he will never give you a desire to do something without giving you the ability to accomplish it. He will never give you a desire to do something that he never gave you the ability to do, to accomplish it. And so I want us to tap into the desires and discipline, because we not manifesting our dreams and goals, even with our, like, for me, it's been years where I had this certain goal that I wanted, a financial goal that I wanted to achieve, and I never hit it. Even my weight loss desire, I had this goal for years and years and years. I had a desire for it, but I lacked the discipline to accomplish it, because I let things get in the way of me accomplishing it. And so the thing I want us to grab hold tonight is understanding that those desires are there, but the discipline ain't. We got to figure out what's wasting our time, what is causing us not to reach our goals. Because the desires are there. He's speaking to us. He wants us to achieve great things, but our activity don't line up with our desires. Our activity. My thing was I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to lose about 30 pounds. And what kept stopping me was not the discipline to say, you know what, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this to accomplish my goals. So my desire was there. I had a burning desire to do it, but my lack of discipline stopped me. And so I want to share with us tonight, man, is some things that is going to help us get to that next level in business, either in your finances, whatever it is. And I want our desires to go to another level. I want everybody to be making six figures in business, because I'm speaking to business owners. I want everybody to be making six figures in business. It's time up for settling for 50 grand. No, we got to make six figures, because we want to leave our jobs. We want to live a life of comfortability. We want to live a life of more than enough, an abundant life. And so once we shift our desires and to seek to get more, and now we got to match it up with our discipline. We got to line it up with our discipline. And so the thing is, why do we have desires? Why do we have desires? And the reason why we have desires is because God give us desires because he has a plan for our life. So he put those desires in us so we can achieve the things that pleasing to him. But we get so caught up in doing things that we want to do, We can't hear him clearly to see, we get so caught up in our self-image that desires that he tells us to do something great, but we look at ourselves as a grasshopper instead of a giant. We downsize our self-image about ourselves smaller than how God sees us. And so a lot of times God, he has to scale back his desires that he wants us because the way we see ourselves. We see ourselves so small. And what he's saying, he wants us to take out, he give us the desire to be something bigger than we think we are. And so he says, I have a plan for you. He has the plan. So that's why he gives us his desires, because he knows the plan that he has for you. And he knows that when he created you, he already give you all the skills and talent that you need to accomplish what you need to accomplish. But our life, everyday life causes us to stumble, and it causes us to shrink. And we look at our finances and say, I'm not capable of doing that. We look at ourselves in the mirror and say, I'm not capable, I'm not good enough. But tonight, I want us to all challenge ourselves to get out of our comfort zone, to go to the next level. Because we all are business owners. We all are, $1 million earners. We all are successful people. We all are going to another level. But we gotta create that desire, and we gotta shift our mindset to want more. Not just settle for this enough. We gotta shift our mindset to want more. We gotta get more. We're in the season of the more. And so I want us to really get in a place where we shift our desires, because I think we were thinking too small. We've been thinking too small. Mr. Reedy, I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to go out to these things and make $4,000 on a Saturday. It's possible.
It is.
It's possible, man. But we got to change our desires. And what happens is we had to change how we speak. And we got to set these goals and say, you know what? I'm going to sell 4,000 worth of products this weekend. I'm going to sell $4,000 worth of product, and I ain't going to stop until I get it. And you might not get it this Saturday, but you might get it the next Saturday. But you don't stop, because that desire is in your heart. Don't stop. And what I say is in your heart, because wants, they don't go in the heart. But when you have your wants, it turns into a desire when it goes in your heart, and you get emotionally involved with it. You get emotionally attached to that goal, that vision that you have. So that's when it turns into the desire. And so I wanted to really grab a hold to what are you really desiring, and you lack this. What are you been saying for the last 3-4 years, how you want your business to be? And then what happens is when you look at your circumstances, you decrease your desire, you scale back, because you said, I'm not capable of doing it. And you stop doing what it needs to take to get to that next level. You stop disciplining yourself to say, I need to do these things every day. I need to do this every day. I need to do this every day to get to that point. Because you eat an elephant one bite at a time. You eat an elephant one bite at a time. And we get so caught up in a rat race trying to go fast. But the race is for the consistent. The tortoise won the race over the hare because he was consistent. And we got to understand, this life is a marathon, not a sprint. The hare got tired because he was going at a consistent pace. And a lot of us are getting tired with our dreams and goals because we're trying to go so fast and not be consistent day by day, day by day, day by day, day by day, developing those disciplines that is going to make our dreams come true, shifting our whole family's trajectory because of what we did. But those desires, we have to really hear God, what he desires, and not shrink because how we look at ourselves. We've been shrinking too much, and we've been sending double-minded messages. And what a double-minded message is we've been saying things, and when we get emotional high, but as we look at our circumstances, we start talking down to our situation. And I'll give you an example. We can say, yeah, I'm going to be a millionaire. But as soon as one bad thing happened, we shrink down. But I can't do it. So we speak a double bind message because we say things on a natural, on a high, but when life hits us, we shrink. But you should keep that same level. Stay on that same frequency. We call it frequency. Stay on that same channel, because what happens is we look at our circumstance and we go back to the regular channel of being comfortable. That's a regular frequency. And so I want to challenge us to keep that desire, that burning desire you have in your heart for the more. Challenge ourselves to build that business how you see it in your mind, not how you see it in real life, how you look at yourself, but how you see it in your mind. You got 50 people working for you, whatever. You're making $200,000 a month, a year, a month. It's yours. It's a desire. If he told you you can do it, believe him. I'm challenging everybody tonight to really go after their dreams, that desire, that burning desire in your heart. Do not shrink. It's not the time to shrink and look at who you are. Look at who created you. He created you to do great things, but we shrink and we see ourselves so small. But I want to challenge you. You're not small. You are a giant, and you can do great things. But you gotta become disciplined. You have to become disciplined. And I want to say, in discipline is, this is my definition of giving yourself a command and executing. I'm gonna say that again. Discipline is giving yourself a command and executing. So discipline and procrastination, because see, procrastination tells us we say something and we never do it. Discipline says, I'm going to give myself a command and execute. So we got to get to the place of getting from procrastination to being more disciplined, giving ourselves a command and actually doing what we say we're going to do. If we say we're going to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and study and get ourselves together, that's what we got to do. But what we do is we procrastinate. And procrastinate is so easy. I'll get to it later. I'll get to it tomorrow. And what happens is every day you say that, you set yourself farther from your goal, your desired goal. Every day. So I want to challenge us tonight to take a self-examination of how we're doing things, how we're living, how we are putting our goals in order, how we setting our life up, and say, am I procrastinating or am I disciplined? And look at every area, your finance, your work habits, your business life. Look at all areas of your life and see where you're missing it because you're procrastinating and you lack discipline. Because we all procrastinate. We all fall, we all get to that place when we say we're going to do something, we get so motivated. But one thing I said, motivation gets you going, but discipline keeps you going. Motivation gets you going, but self-discipline keeps you going. And that's the part where we fail at. We lack that discipline of saying, you know what, I'm going to do this until something breaks. I'm going to do this. But the first sign of failure, we fall back. We fall back. And so I want to challenge us tonight. I want to challenge us to really discipline ourselves. Really go after your goals. Really go after what you desire in your heart. And don't think small. Stop thinking small. Set big goals. Set big goals. Something that's going to take you out your comfort zone. Something that's going to really challenge the way you think. Something that's going to really make you, and it's not about you hitting the goal, it's who you become when you hit the goal. Because when you set goals, it's not about the goal. You have to become a new person to hit new goals. So if your goal is to make $5,000 a month in business, go for it. It's not about hitting the goal, it's about who you got to become. And so you have to shift. You have to shift, and it's a mindset shift. Who I got to become to hit this goal? Who do I have to become? And so I want to really challenge us tonight to really look at the areas where we need discipline. And I'm gonna give you some areas that we need discipline in. We need discipline in the areas and how we spend our time. What do you spend our time doing? What are we spending our time doing? You know, we need discipline in what we listen to and who we listening to. Who are we listening to? Are we doing things that is going to enhance our business? Are we listening to things that are just, we watching too much TV? What are we doing to enhance our life? Because they're causing us our desires and our dreams not to come to pass because we lack the discipline. I think, what are we watching? A lot of times we will look at social media and we know what we need to do, but we will look at social media and social media will shift our desires because we're looking at another person have a level of success and we want to do it the way they want to do it, the way they're doing it. So I want us to really grab a hold to the areas where we are spending our time, areas where what we're looking at, what's feeding us, what we're watching. And I want us to be disciplined in our thought life. What are we doing in our mind that cause us to think small? What are we doing? What are we, how are we thinking? When those thoughts of you can't do it come in your mind, what are you doing with those thoughts? Are you casting it away? Are you speaking to say, I can't? Those areas we need to discipline our thoughts. And what the discipline of your thoughts saying, when those thoughts come in and say you can't, you say I must. Focus. What are we focusing on? Because a lot of times we're focusing on things that have no value to us. And it's taking up space in our minds. It's taking up space. And so I want to challenge us tonight, man, to really, and I want us to look at this. I want us to look at this. We have 168 hours in a week. So if you work a 9 to 5, you say you go to work you work a 9 to 5, you go to work 5 days a week, you work 40 hours. So that leaves us with 128 hours a week. Plus, then say you go to sleep for another 8 hours. So after all that 8 hours of sleeping, 8 hours of going to work, you got 72 hours of the week to focus and be disciplined on your business, on your craft. 72 hours. What are we doing with those 72 hours? I want us to think about that. What are we doing with our 72 hours after we sleep for 8 hours? We go to work for 8 hours a day. We got 72 hours left in the week. What are we doing with that time? And I really want us to reevaluate how we spend our time. We got to be disciplined with our time now. Because we all got goals. We got goals to make $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year. And maybe your goal is to make $5,000 a month. But it's not going to happen because you have the desire for it. You gotta add in that discipline. You got to add in that discipline. And so tonight, I want, and I'm done. I want to give everybody some action steps. Action steps. And I want you to write down one goal that you want to accomplish next month. Just one. I don't want us to focus on 3 months. I want us to focus on 4 months. I want you to write one goal that is going to cause you to get out of your comfort zone, that is going to challenge you to think at a higher level, that is going to cause you to think out of your norm. One goal. And under that one goal, I want you to write down, under that one goal, write down 3 action steps that you need to do to accomplish that goal. I'll give you an example. Say you want to lose 10 pounds next month. So what you need to do is walk 30 minutes a day, stop eating out, and eat more vegetables and fruit, and stay away from and decrease your sugars and starches. So those are 3 action steps that you need to take. So whatever your goal is, if it's a financial goal, I need to do this next month. I need to do this next month. I need to spend more time. I need to focus more on reading. I need to focus more on getting my product out there, marketing my product. What I need to do to market my product, market my service. What I need to do, maybe I need to read more books. Maybe I need to, study more because it's something that I desire. Write down 3 action steps that is going to cause you to get out your comfort zone and go to the next level. And I promise you, if we stay this month right here, and if we stay disciplined, we keep that desire. Don't come down, keep it high. Go for something that you never accomplished before. Don't do something that you already accomplished. Go for something that you never accomplished. And that desire, the vision, and you stay there and you become so disciplined, and watch how it happens. Watch. So I'm done. I want to jump in there right quick. It's been 30 minutes. I only will be in there 30 minutes, but I want to challenge us. And this is the link. I want you to save this link. This is the link that I'm going to be on here every week with something a little different. Every week I'll be on the same link right here. So 7 o'clock every Monday, Eastern Central. 7 o'clock every Monday, Eastern Central. And so I'll be on here every week, man, to share with our brothers and sisters how we going to get to the next level in business, for finance, and life. What's our next step? Because we should be thriving, not surviving. We are thrivers, not survivors. And so it's a lot of mindset shift that we need to do to get ourselves to that next level. So I thank y'all for coming out tonight. I thank y'all for joining me. Like I said, I'll be on every Monday at 7 o'clock Eastern Central Time, Eastern Time. And so, Mr. Edie, you got something to say, man? I see you laughing.
No, I'm just laughing because I sent you the message. It was like, is that your time, my time?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm getting messed up. That's what I'm getting messed up. So let me stop recording. Ah.